I'm going to show you how to unravel the waste yarn stitches to do the convertible fingerless mitt top on the tip to flip mitts. So you've knit across the palms with a strand of waste yarn. You also carried that waste yarn along the reverse side of the top of your mitten when you knitted them from the top down. So the easiest way to do it is the needle size you used for knitting these mittens. If you use your double pointed needles in the same size, or even your magic loop needles that you used when you knit these the first time, use those to pick up the right leg of the stitches above the waste yarn. So go through, you should count your stitches. I have 12 that I need to pick up. So just go across picking up the right leg. If you're not sure if it's the right leg, that's okay. If it's the wrong one, when you go to knit it later on, you can knit through the back loop to untwist them, it's fine. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So I have 12 there. So this side's been picked up. I'm now going to go pick up the other side here. So again, I'll need 12, and it looks a little confusing because these are upside down compared to the others. So, no, geez, sorry, I just dropped my needle. When I go to pick these up, if you look, these are the stitches here. So I count my stitches first. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Excuse the noise, I'm sorry. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So it's going to be, because these are upside down, you're looking at the point of these V's here. So I'm going to go through and pick up what I believe will be the right leg. Again, if it's not, that's okay. We can flip them around later. So I'm going to count as I go. This is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. So I need one more stitch. And I'm not sure which one it is, so I'm going to pick up the next one, and I will find out when I unravel if it's the right one or not. I'll either have a free loop or I won't. So once I have those picked up, I'm going to take another needle and start slowly unraveling this waste yarn. Okay, and then those stitches that come free are going to be on the needles. As you can see, that's just opening up this mitten as I go for that convertible top and to allow me to knit that fingerless ribbed portion. I'm just going to keep unraveling these. As you can see, here's the loop I missed right here earlier, which is why I was short one. So you can put a stitch marker through that. I'm just going to come back, slide these over, and I'll pick up that dropped stitch real quick so that it doesn't go anywhere else. Again, you could have put a stitch marker on that if you needed to. Put those back on. Okay, so that one that I picked up at the end earlier when I thought I needed an extra, I don't need, so I'll take it off now that I found that stitch. Come back to this, keep pulling these out. There it is. So now I'm just going to double check my counts, make sure that I have everything correct. You should have 12 stitches on each one. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So I've got both sides free now. Okay. So this is going to be for the flap later. We'll come back and knit this flat and then tack it down to the two sides of the mitten at the very end. But right now, I have the bottom part of my mitten above the palm, but I need to pick up these other stitches that I have on waste yarn back here to be able to knit in the round for the ribbing of the fingerless mitt. So I'm just going to go through again with a DPN. You can also use your magic loop needles. So because I'm going to knit this in the round, I actually usually use my magic loop needles. I put the one needle here, the one here, and then I can work in the round and it's already ready to go. But I thought it would be easier to show with these double pointed needles how to pick up your stitches. So we're going to pick these up. Again, there should be 12 for this particular size of mitten. If you knitted these loops very loose, when you go to knit these in the round, you can knit through the back loop and it will take up some of that excess yarn. But if they're just as snug as normal stitches, you don't need to knit through the back loop. That's a personal preference, but it's just a tip for if you happened to get these very loose. So I'm going to count my stitches: 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. And I only have 11 because I didn't actually wrap one of my end stitches on this particular one. And the reason I didn't is because you actually want to knit this ribbing with 2 to 4 stitches less than your actual mitten body count. That way it's a little snugger around your fingers, and also to allow this convertible top to lay a little bit flatter over that ribbed portion at the end. So when I go to knit in the round now, you'll join your yarn and you'll start knitting your ribbing at this point in a round and bind off when you get it to the length that you want on your fingers. You want this number to be even. So right now I have 12 stitches and 11 stitches. I will actually drop another one of these stitches off because this is just a wrap of this back stitch here. Because this is a wrap of this back stitch here, that actually isn't going to go anywhere if I just let it off of my needle. So I can just take this out and it's just going to stay exactly where it is. It's not going to form a hole or anything because that wrap was formed by my working yarn while I was knitting. So it's not going to cause any issues there. So again, at this point, you can continue to knit these on double pointed needles right here. or you can switch over to your magic loop needles and knit your rounds of your ribbing for this fingerless mitt top. You can also do this 2 at a time. So if you want to get your other mittens set up, get them both on your magic loop needles, then you can do them both. So after picking up your stitches and knitting your ribbing in the round for your fingerless mitt portion, this is how it will look. You will knit the ribbing to the desired length for how high you want it to come on your fingers, and you will have knit in the round. There's a little one, and here is a larger mitten. So you can see how you knit the stitches you've picked up in the ribbing and then bound them off. That flap that we talked about that you left live stitches, here you'll work flat in ribbing and then you'll tack them down at the sides.